saying aye. Opposed, nay. Resolution is adopted. Senator DeFrancisco?
Yes, Mr. President. The sponsor would open this up for co-sponsorship if anyone chooses.
The resolution is open for co-sponsorship. If anyone does not wish to be a co-sponsor, please notify the desk. Senator DeFrancisco.
Can we now take up previously adopted resolution number 4445 by Senator Griffo, read it in its entirety, and call on Senator Griffo.
Secretary will read.
Legislative Resolution number 4445 by Senator Griffo, congratulating Oriskany High School boys varsity basketball team upon the occasion of capturing the New York State Class D championship. Whereas excellence and success in competitive sports can be achieved only through strenuous practice, team play, and team spirit, nurtured by dedicated coaching and strategic planning. And whereas athletic competition enhances the moral and physical development of the young people of this state, preparing them for the future by instilling in them the value of teamwork, encouraging a standard of healthy living, imparting a desire for success, and developing a sense of fair play and competition. And whereas the Oriskany High School boys varsity basketball team captured the New York State Class D championship by scoring a state tournament record of 15 three-pointers en route to an impressive 79-54 victory over unbeaten Mariah on Saturday, March 12, 2016, at the Glens Falls Civic Center in Glens Falls, New York. And whereas with this victory, Oriskany High School boys varsity basketball team have won their first state title in program history and finished their season with an undefeated record of 27-0. And whereas the athletic talent displayed by this team is due in great part to the efforts of Coach Chris Mahoney and assistant coach Michael Srika, Eric Enos, and Jeff Sergat, skilled and inspirational tutors respected for their ability to turn potential into excellence. And whereas the team's overall perfect record is outstanding, and the team members were loyally and enthusiastically supported by family, fans, friends, and the community at large. And whereas the hallmarks of the Oriskany High School boys varsity basketball team, from the opening game of the season to participation in the championship, were a brotherhood of athletic ability and good sportsmanship, of honor and scholarship, demonstrating that these team players are second to none. And whereas athletically and academically, the team members have proven themselves to be an unbeatable combination of talents reflecting favorably on their school. And whereas Coach Chris Mahoney has done a superb job in guiding, molding, and inspiring the team members toward their goals. And whereas sports competition instills the value of teamwork, pride, and accomplishment, and Coach Chris Mahoney and these outstanding athletes have clearly made a contribution to the spirit of excellence, which is a tradition of their school. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this legislative body pause its deliberations to congratulate the Oriskany High School boys varsity basketball team and its members Marcus Smithling, Sean Cassava, Parker Gauthier, Kyle Liddy, Sam Corrigan, Ethan Juarez, Ryan Enos, Dean Mealy, Seamus Lasher, Richard Phelps, Ryan Schmadel, Anthony Warkup, and Nick Camisso. Head coach Chris Mahoney, assistant coaches Michael Shrika, Eric Enos, and Jeff Sergat, and scorekeeper John Lacey on their championship season and undefeated team record. And be it further resolved that copies of this resolution suitably engrossed be transmitted to the members of the Oriskany High School boys varsity basketball team, head coach Chris Mahoney, and the aforementioned coaches and staff.
Senator Griffo.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to welcome the coaches and the staff and the administrator, Superintendent Callahan, and all of the young men from Oriskany here today. I think you had a very instructive day. You got a little bit of lesson in international relations as we recognize the anniversary at Bangladesh and welcomed the individuals from Bangladesh here today. And then you also had an opportunity to fittingly honor and recognize those brave and courageous men and women who have served our great country for the price of freedom and the ideals which make this country so special when we discuss freedom and liberty. You know that better than anybody, because where they come from, these young men, is the village of Oriskany. And we're very proud when we look back on the history of the village of Oriskany. One of the most famous battles of the Revolutionary War was fought there. One of the bloodiest battles of the Revolutionary War where General Herkimer and his militia, the American militia, along with the Native Americans that supported them, the Oneidas, fought against the British in our battle for independence. I think those ideals and principles were really embodied in what Coach Mahoney did at the beginning of this year, right? Set forth all the goals and the aspirations of these young men as they took stock at their talent and their abilities. And it took a lot of hard work. It took a true commitment to excellence to continue to achieve what was accomplished this year. Because not only did they go 27-0, an undefeated season, amazing, and they beat another undefeated team. My colleague here, Senator Little, represents Mariah. I almost had her wearing maroon today. She came close. But maroon and white are the colors of Oriskany. But two powerhouses in the Class D came together, both really with outstanding records. And it's a true credit to Coach Mahoney and the young men of Oriskany with all of that hard work, with all of the commitment and the perseverance that you had. Much like we learned about what the village's history is today, it's that commitment, that dedication, that hard work as a team that really brought you over the top. You heard about all of the statistics. This is actually the first state title in the school's history, and the school was centralized in 1931, so that is also a significant accomplishment that these young men bring home the first state championship to the village of Oriskany and Oriskany Central. And I think that's quite an accomplishment today. So, Coach Mahoney, I know you were worried that you might cool off at some point, but you didn't. You stayed hot throughout the entire season. Just a great win in Glens Falls. The poise, the determination of the team is just amazing. We are so proud, despite all of the challenges that you faced, that you stayed together, you stayed strong, and you continued with that commitment to excellence. And I think that will serve you well in life, because the lessons that you learned on the court and in the play and the teamwork that came together throughout this season, you will bring with you throughout your careers. And I think the memories and experiences you will continue to cherish and commemorate throughout your lives. So I am pleased to have you all here today. We are so happy for you and so proud of you. So I present to you the Class D state championships in basketball, Oriskany Central. Why don't you stand up and be recognized?
Would you please rise and be greeted by the House? Senator Little.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's a pleasure for me to stand here and to recognize this team. I also will tell Senator Griffo, I think red was the color of Mariah, right? Okay. I was born and raised in Glens Falls, and believe me, we have been happy and proud to host the state basketball tournament for the past 35 years. And I was pleased to be at the game, saw the game. We had two teams. Both were undefeated this season. Both were there to win. It was a great game, but it was very obvious, certainly if we got past the halftime, that it was going to stay in the hands of Oriskany. Although Mariah, the night before, had come behind in the last 4 minutes, they were down by 14 points, and they won the game. So I have to tell you, we were all hoping, but it was very obvious it wasn't going to happen. You're a great group of young men who played a wonderful game of basketball, set a record with 15 three-pointers. That had never happened in any game at any of the classes at the tournament in Glens Falls. And I would ask the fellow that made 5 out of 7 three-pointers to stand. Yay. Let me tell you, it was fascinating to watch because it didn't matter where he was on the court. When he got the ball, it was a swish, and it was just fun to watch. Congratulations. I hope you had a wonderful time in Glens Falls. We're happy to host you. We wish you well, and as Senator Griffo said, I'm sure it's an experience that you will remember forever. So you were a great team, and congratulations on your win. Thank you.
Senator DeFrancisco.
Yes, congratulations. An undefeated season is absolutely unbelievable. And it's amazing that the school's never won a state championship since its inception in 1931. Senator Griffo remembers that year because that's when he first came into the Senate. And he's been sitting there ever since. But the message I'd like to leave you is a message I've given before. The people you're with right now, having shared that experience, you're going to be the best friends for life. I can tell you that for a fact because the people I graduated high school with and played sports with, we still get together once a year, not basketball or baseball or anymore, but to play golf from the gold tees. So, but it's an experience you'll always remember, and you'll always be friends and enjoy that bond that all of you have, and congratulations and the best of luck in the future.
The Senate congratulates the state champs from Oriskany High School and extends to you all the courtesies and privileges of the House. Congratulations. Senator DeFrancisco?
For co-sponsorship.
Resolution is open for co-sponsorship. If you do not wish to be a co-sponsor, please notify the desk.
All
Senator
right,
DeFrancisco.
we have one more resolution, and that's by Senator Kennedy, and I believe it's resolution number 4580. Read the title only, please, and call on Senator Kennedy.
Secretary will read.
Legislative Resolution number 4580 by Senator Kennedy, commending Sister Mary Celeste O'Brien upon the occasion of her retirement after 33 years of distinguished service to the South Buffalo Community Table.
Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today I rise to honor a wonderful servant to South Buffalo and to the Catholic Church, Sister Mary Celeste O'Brien, as she retires after 33 years as director of the South Buffalo Community Table. This isn't the first time Sister Celeste has been honored by this body. I was proud to nominate her as Woman of Distinction last year and was proud to host her in Albany to celebrate her achievement. Sister Celeste is and was more than deserving of being named this incredible honor as Woman of Distinction. Sister Celeste grew up in a family where daily attendance at Mass and family evening prayer was routine. As one of 12 children, Sister Celeste has always been a natural caretaker, nurturing people on both physical and spiritual levels. This natural ability led her to taking vows and entering the Sisters of Mercy in 1950. Throughout her 65 years as a Sister of Mercy, Sister Mary Celeste has acted through selfless love for every single person she encounters. A perfect example of this selfless love was when in the early 1980s, Sister Celeste was able to take a sabbatical from her work in the Buffalo area schools to volunteer at the St. Vincent de Paul Soup Kitchen on Main Street in Buffalo. Now, sabbaticals are meant to keep you energized and give you a new experience in the community, discover new passions, and expand your horizons. Her time at St. Vincent de Paul certainly did just that. In 1983, she was named director of the South Buffalo Community Table, helping to serve the homeless and hungry of our community, where South Buffalo desperately needed a soup kitchen. Under her watchful eye and the dedication of countless volunteers, the South Buffalo Community Table has grown by leaps and bounds. The organization today serves over 20,000 meals each year, over 5 days a week, and 52 weeks a year. In fact, this year, the South Buffalo Community Table is celebrating the 25th anniversary of its get-together dinner, which allows people to play a role in the community, no matter what talents they bring to the table. It's an event for everyone to participate and to gather around to support this incredible cause. The get-together event has become an annual tradition in South Buffalo, and this year, the year of her retirement, Sister Celeste has been named the honorary chairperson. So to the South Buffalo Community Table, we congratulate them on the 25th anniversary of this wonderful event. And to Sister Celeste, congratulations on your retirement. Though I suspect it's going to be tough to keep her away from her passion of helping other people, the fact that she's never sought the limelight, I'm so honored to be here to share in some of the good work with our colleagues in the Senate today. Her love and compassion for all people is something that our community in Buffalo, Western New York, and all communities across this state and nation can learn from and deserve more of. Sister Mary Celeste O'Brien's work will resound for generations to come, and we congratulate her. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator DeFrancisco.
Senator Kennedy would like to offer this up for co-sponsorship.
Resolution is open for co-sponsorship. If you do not wish to co-sponsor, please notify the desk.
And I believe we have to vote.
Oh, all in favor? Signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. The resolution carries.
Thank you. Now can we go on to the non-controversial reading of the calendar?
Secretary will read.
Calendar number 181 by Senator Hannan, Senate Print 4721A, enactment of the public health law.
Read the last section.
Section 3, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Flanagan, Klein, Stewart, Cousins, Young. Ayes 60.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 219 by Senator Lavelle, Senate Print 327, enactment of the education law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Flanagan, Klein, Stewart, Cousins, Young. Ayes 60.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 232 by Senator Little, Senate Print 1850B, enactment of the Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation Law.
Bill will be laid aside.
Calendar number 238 by Senator Croce, Senate Print 2939, enactment of the military law.
Read the last section.
Section 3, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Flanagan, Klein, Stewart, Cousins, Young.
Announce results.
Relation to calendar 238. Those recorded in the negative are Senators Comrie, Espaillat, Gianaris, Hoylman, Kruger, Montgomery, Parker, Persaud, Rivera, and Stavisky. Ayes 50, nays 10.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 249 by Senator Funky, Senate Print 3095A, enactment of the state technology law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect on the 30th day.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Flanagan, Klein, Stewart, Cousins, Young. Ayes 60.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 297 by Senator Bonasek, Senate Print 5189, enactment of the domestic relations law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Flanagan, Klein, Stewart, Cousins, Young. Ayes 60.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 306 by Senator Nozzolio, Senate Print 4382, enactment of the penal law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Flanagan, Klein, Stewart, Cousins, Young.
Check, right. Announce the result.
Relation to calendar 306, those recorded in the negative are Senators Comrie, Hassel-Thompson, Hoylman, Kruger, Montgomery, Peralta, Perkins, Persaud, Rivera, Sanders, Serrano, and Squadron. Ayes also Senator Parker. Ayes 47, nays 13.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 322 by Senator Golden, Senate Print 5745A, enactment of the workers' compensation law.
Read the last section.
Section 5, this act should take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Flanagan, Klein, Stewart, Cousins, Young.
Senator Golden.
President, I rise to speak on this bill today and I want to thank our veterans that are in the audience. I want to thank our retired NYPD, our retired New York City Fire Department, and other
Senator
city
Golden,
workers
one moment, please.
that are also in our audience. And we're going to talk about a bill that's very important and dear to the people, not just of this city, but of this state and of this nation. September 11th was the greatest tragedy, one of the greatest tragedies that this country had ever faced. Many of our police officers, our firefighters, our emergency service personnel, and workers who worked tirelessly to rescue and to recover the recovery and cleanup operations are still becoming ill due to those activities, and a number of them have died. To this day, I still attend funerals of people who helped that rescue, recovery, and cleanup effort. One of them was my brother-in-law, who was a Vietnam tunnel rat, who was also on the pit as a detective at 9/11, who perished some years ago. This bill would allow any person who participated in the World Trade Center rescue, recovery, or cleanup operation and became disabled between September 11, 2012 and September 11, 2015 to file an application for workers' compensation benefits. Currently, these participants cannot claim workers' compensation benefits, even though they claim disability retirement benefits for having a qualified World Trade Center condition. This bill eliminates the disparity in application between the workers' compensation benefits and the disability retirement benefits. We will never forget what happened on 9/11, and we should never forget those who risked their lives and their health to aid others and to rescue and recovery and the cleanup operations at the World Trade Center. We open this bill every couple of years to include those people that we have left out. And this is one of those opportunities where we open up this bill again so that we can get that workers' compensation for those people that need it. And again, it was a terrible, terrible tragedy. And we only seen what happened in Belgium only a few days ago. And it's not if, it's when it happens again in this great nation. And we got to make sure that we're there for those people in that time of need for themselves and for their families. I will be voting yes, and thank you, Mr. President, for this time to speak.
Senator Golden to be recorded in the affirmative. Announce the result.
Aye, 60.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 331 by Senator Martin, Senate Print 6688A, enacted and related to authorizing.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act should take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Flanagan, Klein, Stewart, Cousins, Young. Ayes, 60.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 341 by Member of the Assembly Simon, Assembly Print 9518, enact amended domestic relations law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act should take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Flanagan, Klein, Stewart, Cousins, Young. Ayes, 60.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 374 by Senator Ritchie, Senate Print 6608, enact amend the agricultural markets law.
Read the last section.
Section 3, this act should take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Flanagan, Klein, Stewart, Cousins, Young.
Senator Sanders.
I vote, sir. I'm going to be voting for this, but as the child of a sharecropper, I am very aware that there are workers still who don't have the right to organize, and their health issues are at stake. And I hope that we will address those issues as we speak further. And of course, I'm speaking about agricultural workers. I'm voting in favor of this. Thank you, sir.
Senator Sanders to be recorded in the affirmative. Announce the result.
Ayes 59, nays 1. Senator Espaillat recorded in the negative.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 383 by Senator Stavisky, Senate Print 3193, enact amend the penal law.
Read the last section. Bill be laid aside for the day.
Calendar number 391 by Senator Young, Senate Print 2279, enact amend the private housing finance law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act should take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Flanagan, Klein, Stewart, Cousins, Young. Ayes 59, nays 1. Senator Rivera recorded in the negative.
Bill is passed. Senator DeFrancisco. That completes the non-controversial calendar.
Can we now go on to the controversial calendar?
Secretary will read. Secretary will ring the bell. Secretary will read.
Calendar number 232 by Senator Little, Senate Print 1850B, an act to amend the Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation Law.
Senator Little.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a bill about snowmobiling, and it certainly goes without any surprise to anyone that it was a tough winter for snowmobilers this year since we didn't have a lot of snow. However, this is a bill that we have had before this chamber in previous years, but there were questions previously in regard to the Office of Parks, Recreation, Historic Preservation, that they would have the ability to set some rules and regulations. This bill we have a new version of. It's 1850B, and in response to that question, this bill now requires that any race, and these are races of snowmobilers, and many of them are young people as well as different age groups, but it does allow for those under the age of 18 to race in these races. Each race must obtain from the Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation a special event permit that includes conditions and limitations on the racers and their machines. This would allow them to conduct these races in New York State as they have them in other states, and it would allow those under the age of 18 to participate in those races. It also says that these races cannot be held on any public snowmobile trails.
For you, Mr. President, if the sponsor would please yield.
Will the sponsor yield for a question?
Yes, I will yield.
Sponsor will yield. Senator Krueger.
Thank you. Okay, I was a little confused by the sponsor's answers to the questions because I thought this bill also was making explicit that for races for children on private property, not public property, there would actually not be regulations applied to what was going on. So I was just, could you clarify, please, what this bill does around races with snowmobiles for children on private property, not overseen by Parks or Recreation?
Senator Little.
I believe that any of these races that are conducted by these snowmobile racing organizations must have a permit wherever they're conducted. It just says that they cannot be held on active snowmobile trails where someone on a snowmobile might come along and happen upon a race and not know it was taking place. So they have to take place off the public trails.